G'day guys, welcome back. Welcome to Pouring Your Heart Out. I am going to do some little sort of Christmas baubles today. Something in there. And I'm just going to get this poured out because it's getting warm, and then I'll show you what my previous ones that I did. Did you see the Christmas baubles that I did? And I did the 3D bloom in them with some metallic colours. And used a stick to sort of pull through the design. So I'm going to do that again, but with, this is my wine glass mold. I made this one specifically to put like a wine glass into that, and then you pour resin over it, so your wine glass has a pretty base. So yeah, I've done that before. That looks really pretty. But today, with Christmas just around the corner, I'm going to do some little baubles. Now I'm going to pretty much fill these up, not quite to the top because I need to allow room for my colors and things. I've got 30 grams in there for my white. I'm going to put a little bit in here. I've got a copper and a brass, I think they are. I'll show you in a minute, but I just wanted to get my resin out because it's already at 34 degrees. I stirred it for 4 minutes. I put it in my debubbler, my Let's Resin debubbler. Love it. And I think I'm just looking across the top, making sure they're all about the same. This one's got a little bit more in it. So I probably got a bit more than I need here. I mixed 150 grams of part A and 140 grams of part B. But yeah, I think I might have a little bit much. That's okay. I can make some puffy hearts out of that. And they're all quite similar. Now, if I see a little bubble sticking to the edge, just sort of move it. It's a hair. I don't see any, but I'm not going to, oh, there's one. I'm not going to spend too much time on them because I need to get my colour in. All right, so 30 grams in there, 3 drops of my bloom. Hold it horizontal, give it a squeeze, wait till the drop comes to the edge of the nozzle. I didn't hold this one upside down, but whoop, 1, 2, and 3. And then close that again. I like to keep it upside down so that the paste runs down ready to use. So that's my white. And because it's in a dropper, it's really easy to just measure out 1 drop, 2 drops, 3 drops, however many you want. It says on the bottle 1 drop per 10 grams. So if you're doing 1 ounce, which is 30 grams, it's 3 drops. So 3 drops per ounce, and you get like a skim milk sort of a look. You can still see through the white onto the stick. So that's that one. And then I've got the 2 Let's Resin colors here, metallic. I've got bronze and copper, so I thought I'd use those. So we'll put a little bit in. Hopefully that's not too much. You gotta be careful with the metallics because they can be heavier, so you don't want to add too much. Oops, I haven't used this one before. Gosh, open that up. I know I've used the gold and the brassy one. I haven't used the copper one before. And I am using my favourite resin for 3D blooms, the Let's Resin Fast Cure. Now I think that's going to be a bit too opaque. I have got some resin left over, so if I think I've put too much in, I can just add a little bit more resin, which I think I will do because I put a bit of a bigger scoop in. Never mind. It's always good to have a little bit of resin left over. You can always add a little bit to sort of thin that out. Okay, I can feel that it's starting to get warm. All right, so we'll put these into the piping bags. Don't need a lot because I'm only doing 3 in the brass and 3 in the bronze, not brass. 3 bronze and 3 copper. They'll all have white, but 3 bronze and 3 copper, because I thought that would be really pretty with the white. Now, because these are going to be Christmas decorations, I'm not going to back them with anything, because I think the clear is really nice, you know, when you've got it on your Christmas tree and you can see the little fairy lights sparkling through the clear resin. But obviously, if you just wanted to make them as little not placemats, what am I saying, coasters, then you could leave room and you know, do a backing colour, but I'm not going to. So let's leave that there and get the white on first. These are just small piping bags that I get from eBay. They come in small, medium and large. I get the small and then I chop about that much off the top anyway because it's a bit too big. Alright, and the white. We've got way too much of everything here today. I will link this wine glass mold for you down in the description. I just call it wine glass because it's a smaller mold. Perfect for just popping your wine glasses in there. Oh, look at that. Look, I've got way too much white. Oh, maybe not, but yes, you know, I am doing 6 coasters, so I thought I'd better have enough. Now I'm going to cut about there, about 1/3 off. Let's do it over there. Just check your line. Make sure it's good. Yep. Have to squeeze that up because now I've got a big air bubble in the top. All right, let's just get going, move everything out of the way. So basically what I'm going to do is just going to do some back and forth, like so. There we go, and I think I better do another one just at the top. Start at the top, like so. Yeah, that works better. There we go. I first saw the lovely Petra Gerback do these on her channel. I will link her channel for you. I saw that and I thought, oh, I want to do that. I love getting inspired by other resin artists. It's great. Sometimes you can, you know, get into a rut of what you're doing your own things over and over and over, and then it's really nice to get some different ideas from people. And I'm sure you guys know what it's like. You get ideas from me and other resin artists, and whoa, I squeezed it there and got a bit much out. All right, so that's the white. Now what I need to do is, another bit of paper towel. I have them all pre-cut into their squares. So now what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to go through and where there's a little blobby, just try and smooth it out. Because where there's a blobby, that's pretty much where it's going to sink because it's a little bit heavier. So just smooth out any little blobs where you've started or stopped. Okay, so now we move on to our colours. So I'm going to do the top half with one colour and the bottom half with the other colour. Make sure you've tucked that in really well. You don't want it dragging through. So same, making the hole probably about 4 millimeters wide, something like that. So I'm going to try and get in between. Doesn't always work that way, but try to get sort of in between. However it goes. Just go. No, you can't. You just have to sort of just go with it. However it wants to go. Just sort of overlap and let it do its own thing. All right. Don't need any more of that. Let's get on to the next colour. Same thing. Cut your hole. All right. Sort of trying to get in between, but it's not really happening. Just get it in there, because it's all going to spread anyway and sort of mix and do what it wants to do, and hopefully they'll bloom and look pretty. Alright, didn't need very much of that at all. Now, same thing, we need to go through, and if you see a little blob, just spread it so it doesn't drop through. Oh, this copper's pretty, isn't it? Very pretty colour. Tidy it up a little bit. Alrighty, so now you can just leave them like that if you want to, but I'm going to just draw my pointy end of my stick through to make that really pretty pattern. And you could do, you know, 3 of them, but I just want to do 1. So I'm going to start at the top there and just bring that down. Doesn't matter if you touch the bottom. If you wanted a more definite, oh my gosh, it just fell off. If you wanted a more sort of definite line through the center, you could wait a little bit till your resin's thickened up a little bit more. You gotta be careful not to wipe these too hard. The end just fell off. There we go. Okay, I'm just gonna wipe it this time. I'm not gonna pull on it. Whoa, that was a bit crooked. I went a bit crooked. So once these have cured up, we can drill a hole in the top so that you can actually hang it on your tree. Okay, I think I need to go a bit faster because when I go slow, I go wiggly. But look, I don't think it matters. You know, if you don't have such a steady hand and you're a bit wiggly, don't worry. The resin is going to move and blend and spread, and if you have a bit of a wiggle in it, it's not going to be an issue, so don't stress about it. Okie dokes. Alright, I have got a tiny little bit of resin and white and everything left over. I might see if I can just pour a little bit into a puffy heart. Give it a light little torch. Make sure you don't get anywhere near the edges, otherwise you will fuse your resin to your mold and you'll ruin your mold. Won't be able to get it out. You have to throw it away. So I'm just sort of torching around the center, not near the edge. All right, so there we go. This one could do with a little bit of a neaten up. Probably should just leave it. All right, so that's pretty much it. Oh, I could have done those, I guess. Probably too late now, my resin's actually probably thickened. So these were the ones I was going to show you before I started, but I didn't even get to it. So do you remember that one? Holding it with sticky hands now. Is that one? Is that one? My metallic was much more transparent on these. I didn't put as much in. So that's kind of what I'm hoping to get. Yeah, but once you know, once they're cured and you've unmolded, you can either drill through it, or you could with a hand drill and a bit, or you could use if you've got one of those little tools that you can buy for resin, like to make holes, you could use that. I think I have got one somewhere. I'll have to go and dig it out and see if I can find it, because that would be nice and easy. All right, let's cover this up. I don't want any flies getting in there, and yeah, I should be able to unmold that in about 6 hours or so. I like to wait till they're totally hard, so we'll do that later on today. All right, I think they are ready. They look as if they've bloomed really nicely. I'm just hoping that we haven't got too much of the copper like sitting on the bottom. It looks a little bit heavier than the other one. Actually, no, that's bronze. That's bronze! I'll put them here. Bronze and copper. So the resin that I was telling you that I was using, the that's Resin Fast Cure. I'll just show you a picture of it so you know what it looks like. It's that one. And I'm nearly out. I'm gonna have to get some more. All right, let's get these out. So I've got some sparkly green card and some sparkly black card, just to see what they look like on the Christmas tree, and just some black so that we can see what that looks like. So I will link this mold for you. Oh, they're a bit bendy still. Down in the description, and I'll also link Let's Resin's website, their US Amazon store and their UK Amazon store for you as well. And there's a 10% coupon code. I didn't realise. I didn't check to see if they were still a bit bendy, but look, it's fine. I'll just leave them flat while they're curing. So there it is. Great for wine glasses or baubles. So we'll do the black first. Hold it this way so that we can see. My battery just died, so I had to go and charge it for 5 minutes so that I could get through the video. All right, let's have a little look, hey? So this is what I was up to. We're going to hold that there. Now that's the back, and of course you could use the front or the back, whichever side you prefer. And there it is. Look at that. So pretty. And because the resin moves from the outside in, these ones that are on the outside, they've got further to go, whereas the middle ones, they're already in the middle, so they don't really have anywhere to go, so they don't tend to bloom as much in the middle. That's why I just draw that little line through. Right, so that's one, and you may like the back. Two, look at that. It's really pretty too, isn't it? There's the side. So that's what that one looks like. And the other one, that's the back. And that's the front. Little tiny bit heavy there on the points, but it's not bad. I wouldn't say it looks blobby or anything. I think it's really pretty. I'll go through and do all the black, and then we'll see what it looks like on the green. So this is the color that I was a little bit more worried about. I think I put too much in when I was scooping it in. Oh no, it's all right. Excellent. Little bit heavy on the end there where I finished. But yeah, that's really pretty, isn't it? That's the side. So yeah, once you've sort of drilled your hole, or you could just leave it as a little coaster. So that's the back. Now the backs do look like the metallic looks as if it's sort of bloomed more on the back. So yeah, if you prefer that side, go for it. This side, you know, the metallic is a little bit more heavier, I guess, because it's sunk through. But on this side, it's still sitting on top of the white in a lot of places, so it kind of looks really feathery. But yeah, you could do it whichever way you wanted to. One more. That's the back, and that's the front. There we go. Oh, that worked out really well. I'm happy with those. Right, let's see what they look like just on the green real quick. There we go. I'll do two at a time. Here we go. There's those two on the green. So that's kind of what it would look like hanging on your Christmas tree. I went and found my little Dremel thing, but it's not working. I plugged it in. It's got no power. So yeah, it's obviously, I don't know, motor's burned out or something. It's only a little one. So there's these two. So I'll probably actually go and ask my husband to get his drill and go through the center, and then I can put a white ribbon on, or a gold ribbon. I think white would look nicer. So those ones, and the last one. So there we go. All right, so that's them. Let me know what you think of those. There we go. I'll just pop them on a black background there so that you can have a little look. What colour is your favourite? The top row there. Very shimmery, aren't they? Or the bottom row. Which is your favourite colour? I think I'm liking the top row better. That colour. Alright. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Have a go. These are relatively easy to do, but as always with the blooms, you have to have a thick resin. If you haven't, you have to wait for it to warm up so it's thickened. Don't use too much white or it'll just sink to the bottom and be blobby. But I've told you that a million times before, so enjoy, have fun with them. Looking forward to seeing what you create. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.